What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Six the Martian. Hope you're having a good day. If you're not having a good day, sock the motherfucker that's making you have a bad day. I'm just playing. Don't do that. But really, for real, hope you're having a good day. Today's video's going to be about something that's been really bothering me, especially for someone who's 26 years old, young, who wants to experience life more and wants to technically do more than what he's told. We got to learn to start having an actual plan A, you know what I mean? And not just I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I hear people say this is their plan, becomes this, becomes that, but they don't actually have a plan. They don't actually know what they're going to do with that. I keep hearing, and I'm one of these people too, and I'm talking to myself too, when people say they want to be financially free, get out of debt, build a legacy, do this, do that. And when I hear these people, I'm like, okay, well, how are you going to do it? And I've seen the most craziest people tell me, oh, I'll just figure it out. Bro, if you don't got a plan, what are you going to figure out? What are you truly going to figure out? See, I can tell you all this right now. I can admit I'm still trying to figure my life out now. I'm 26 years old, but I'm trying to figure it out the best I can. And I'm looking into stuff. I'm looking into learning modules so I can put on my resume to get a better job. I'm looking at ways to start businesses. I'm looking at ways to where I can take my skills and do better. The biggest skill people told me is I give good advice. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that right now. You know what I mean? I'm looking at people like learning their strengths and capitalizing on those strengths, but also building their weaknesses as well. Just like my wife always tells me, there are grows and glows. Grows are what you got to grow to be better. Glows is you got that strength, you got to make it shine, y'all. You got to make that shine. But a lot of people are having trouble with that, I work security. I work hospital security, healthcare security. If y'all know anything about healthcare security, it sucks. It really sucks. It's cool, but it sucks. Dealing with crackheads and psych patients all day, that's not great. But the biggest thing I tell people when they come to the job, they're like, oh, I just want to quit. I want to find something better in life. Okay, how are you going to do that? And I'm telling y'all, the main issue with people trying to find this is the phones. And I hate being that guy, but your phone is what's screwing you up in life. And I understand that. Like, you can make a lot of money on your phone. You can do stuff but when I see people just doom scroll all day and they're not capitalizing on what they could do, I hate that. I got friends who do that. I got my own siblings who do that. But I'm telling people this. If you put your phone down, read a book, look into what you want to do, go onto YouTube and search it up. Go on your computer, learn classes, modules, whatever. You can accomplish that. Like I said, my goal is to clear all my debt, get my life on track, build a legacy, and hopefully one day retire my parents. If I could retire my parents, I'd be doing handstands for the rest of my life, because that's what I would love to do. And I need and everybody else that's in my generation, we need to learn to capitalize on that, guys. YouTube, TikTok, business ideas, go for them. Don't listen to nobody else but who you want to be. But we got to keep it realistic too. You know what I mean? I keep telling people, look into doing stuff. Look into how to become a firefighter. Look how to become a cop, military, all this cool stuff. We need to figure it out, guys. But this is just something I just want to drop on you guys. And if you're watching this and you got kids, make sure to tell your kids, hey, capitalize on this. If you don't got no kids and you're working who needs to listen to this, get a piece of paper, write down how you can fix your life, man. But yeah, that's it, guys. This is from Six the Martian. Hope y'all have a good day. I'll talk to y'all soon.